Do you have chips, scratches, and scrapes that you want to get rid of off your beautiful bike? With my 30 years of experience, let me show what I use to get these all removed and like new condition.
Let's check this out. Trek Madone 2007 SL 5.2 58 centimeter. We're going to do a little bit of detailing and polish up the globe on this one. So without further ado, let's dive into this thing and check it out, see what it can do.
Welcome to I Know a Guy Bicycles.
Welcome to I Know a Guy Bicycles, hanging out with the guy. Hi, I'm Justin, the guy. Obviously, I have a garage shop. Taking scary how to use bikes one bike at a time.
If you like these videos, please like and subscribe.
Hi, welcome to I Know a Guy Bicycles, hanging out with the guy. This old bike series. We're gonna clean up this frame here, get some of these little smudge marks, nicks out, and clean this and polish it. Just a quick little overview. I use Atom polishes with pads, multiple different ones. I don't think I have to do any aggressive sanding on this one, so that's gonna be good. So it's just really just a polishing technique that I do on all my frames when I refurbish them to make sure they get the glitter to pop. This has actually a blue glitter with decals. The decals are vinyl stickers, so you gotta be careful. But they are clear coated on there, so you still have a little bit of material to work with, but not too much. So we wanna make sure it is perfectly still intact after I'm done doing the polishing and bringing this out to life. So we're gonna do this head tube, top tube, and down tube and get it kind of polished up. So the first step I use is kind of a wool pad from Adams. And what this does is kind of pulls up all the dirt materials and kind of buffs down those scratches using the compound from Adams, so the blue stuff. So without further ado, let's just dive into this and give it a whirl. What I usually like to do is do a once over with that wool pad first before I start doing any kind of sanding and that kind of thing, just to kind of see what can be brought out before doing any kind of aggressive work on it. So I take that compound and I kind of look it over. On this particular top tube here, I've noticed there's some small scratches here, a small chip, a couple scratches here, all in the clear coat, and maybe a little bit here in the decal. Actually, that's the chip into the logoing there, so I won't want to mess with that too much. But where these blemishes are with the clear coat, I can probably use a little bit of that wet sanding technique to bring out those scratches by using a 3000 grit pad, light and polite. Always, again, when you start doing kind of resurfacing of this, you want to definitely test the areas underneath, like the down tube or underneath here, to do a little test area to see how that paint responds to the technique of polishing that you do, just to make sure you're not gonna, cannibalize that paint job as you're just trying to do it. I've done this type of frame before, so I have a little bit of history with it, so I know light and polite is the name of the game here. And just gonna do a couple of these little sections here and see if I can get them to pull out. So let's take a look. So looks like what I got, that chip's not gonna come out obviously on that one there, but these two little scratches I was able to buff down, so those look good. This little chip here is no longer showing. And just double check one little spot here one more time. There we go. So then I repeat the process with the wool to double it up and make sure I caught it all. So you probably notice what I've done is like I'll bubble around and try to do like an orbital sander approach to it, even though this is not an orbital sander, just to kind of make sure there's no swirls or any of that, and kind of go in several different directions to really kind of get those angles. Because you're not working with a flat surface, obviously, so you're working with a curved surfaces, so you kind of have to work at all different angles to try to bring that out. So actually it looks a lot better. These two little scratches, you can still kind of see them. Same thing with over back here, but a lot better, not noticeable at all. And now we're gonna go to the actual polishing pad. And do some polishing. And once the polish is on there, then I apply this buffing pad and see what it comes out. So, the grand reveal here. Oh man, that is gonna look super pretty in the sun. After polishing, I noticed there's a couple little areas here that I need to kind of work on. Maybe this area too. So this is kind of like rinse, recycle, repeat type thing that I do. And you're looking at, you know, these 7 tubes and the fork. I go over them a couple times, and sometimes I'll come across like, oh, I see that, and then just take a quick little 2-3 layer and redo that little section over and over until I can really buff those sections out. Obviously, I'm not perfect. I don't get everything out. I try to, you know, but one of those things where I try to get the decaling. And I think the shine on this frame is probably more than it ever did, even when it came from the manufacturer, because the polishes that come that I use here are really high quality, and they bring out the decaling, the shine, and the shimmer. So, you know, let's get a little better, closer look at this. As you can see, there's a deep glitter in the paint there. As you get closer, that shine really pops out. And also a nice little glitter inside that black too. So that's really gonna come out. And when you go down into this decaling from the Discovery Channel, it really brings out that decal, and you know, that's still pretty intact. So that's all pretty good. Well, there's some detailing for you. I'll continue to do the rest of the frame here and get it all polished up, and I'll have a final little show, a little video here in a few seconds. But yeah, take a look at this. This is going to be super sharp in the sun right after this.